a man's world.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Single Man's Commission podcast. You're here with me, your favorite one of the two, Rigersi. This is Samuel, it does not matter. This is Oppo, and this is our podcast. Sorry for the long break, we've been busy with different projects, new jobs, and different occupations. I'd like to remind you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now,
And donate if you can.
yes, we don't have anything to donate for the moment. A place for you to donate.
Do it.
Okay, and now we are here to talk today about two different TV shows that revolve around the superhero formula, but with different twists and turns. They are more adult, more mature.
Yeah.
They deal with different hard topics. The first one of them is The Boys, and the second one is Invincible, which we will discuss in part 2. Now, both of these shows are a new breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So they kind of took the throne from Marvel and DC.
And we will
And the
talk about
repetitive
that.
storylines that they have been turning out with their last few projects, they're different from let's focus on The Boys first, right?
Yeah, we will talk about The Boys, but both of the genres or
Both TV shows.
Both TV shows are very good.
Yes.
We'll talk again about the season 4 of The Boys more in detail, but still both of these TV shows have done the unthinkable, that they destroyed the MCU.
Yes.
In a sense that if you make comparisons, you see that MCU is failing or has failed. It depends on the perspective. And these TV shows are still producing seasons, still being likable,
Yes.
depending again on the seasons, but they are very good. The marketing is fantastic
Yes.
on the both sides, and as well we can talk about the message that they
The
give.
message or different messages.
Different messages.
Now, The Boys as a TV show revolves around how the superhero world is corporatized, and superheroes are basically the megastars of these worlds, just like we treat celebrities who do fucked up shit, who have a lot of power, a lot of public appeal, and the companies that they work for clear up the fucked up things that they do because they are corrupt mega corporations.
Yeah.
The show is very left-leaning, it makes it clear from the beginning, which it has not been a problem for me as a person until the 4th season. The first 3 seasons it was palatable, because even though it wasn't subtle about which side of the political spectrum it tilted towards, in the 4th season it became unbearable, because it was hitting you over the head with the message, which kind of turned me off from the show a little bit. And not only that, the storylines were not thought through as well. They were abandoned, the main plot barely took any place, some of the things became very repetitive. Also wasted potential of different characters, especially with Sister Sage, which had the potential to be the most phenomenal character there.
In season 4 as well. You have spoiler alerts here, even if we don't say it. Again, because maybe someone
Yes.
will maybe kill us.
Now, let's make some sort of synopsis.
A short synopsis, if you just watch the first 5 minutes of the first episode of the first season,
Yes.
it's not only breathtaking, like you're seeing something at the same time, something else happens, just like you see a person and the other minute it's a Flash kind of guy that tears it apart.
A-Train, who's a
A-Train.
speedster. runs through a person, pulverizes that person to dust. That person is Huey's girlfriend.
And it becomes the turning point of that character.
Yes.
And it becomes a kind of pretense to meet Butcher, which
Yes,
is the main, one of the top 3 main characters, or
who is the leader of the
the
group?
leader,
boys.
the leader of the boys.
Yes, Butcher comes to Sue. He lies to Sue at first. He says he's with FBI, but he is not really. He's just he's after Homelander, the main villain of the show, because of a personal vendetta. Because he believes that Homelander raped and murdered his wife. So he takes Huey with him, and he introduces Huey to Frenchie and Mother's Milk, MM, who are 2 of his friends, which they had the boys as a group before that, but some things went wrong and they fell apart, but they now are reunited. They take hostage one of the Sevens, which is a parody version of Justice League.
Yeah.
And the most recognizable superhero.
The invincible kind of character that disappears.
Invisible
Yeah.
kind of. He takes Mr. Invisible. It's not named that. I don't remember the name of the character right now.
We don't remember.
We will
so
put it.
put it right.
Yes, in
right
the
here.
editing. They take him hostage. They probe that guy for information, and then they kill him by shoving a bomb up his ass, literally.
The funny parts of the boys, we can say, are a lot.
Yes.
A lot of hilarious scenes. As well, you have a lot of sex scenes, nude scenes.
It's a very gritty and mature TV series.
Gritty,
and, also
violent.
has a lot of shock value.
Violence as well, we can say. And you have a special episode, one of my top 5 favorite, the Hero Gasm.
You're disgusting. You are absolutely
Well, it's-
disgusting. No, it's not art.
It's
No.
a question. It's a question what heroes would do in an orgy. It's creativity. I'm speaking on
Yes,
behalf
but they
of.
should have kept it at that. Meanwhile, in season 4, there is plenty of scenes that look like they belong in the Herogasm, which they went overboard with it. Okay, I don't need to see a guy who clones himself so he can give, so he can use his clones to lick his ass in a train and give each other hand
Yeah.
jobs. That was too much. Come on, bro.
It was too much, but for some people, they want to see these things. What we can say?
Some people.
No,
Some people.
I'm just the voice, the messenger. Don't
No.
kill the messenger. I'm speaking in behalf. Some may say perverts, but they are people.
Yes. Yes.
Come on, love is love. So
Oh, love is love. That's not what I'm referring towards. You're a pervert.
no,
Fuck
drop
it.
in the comments.
Yes, fuck it. Also, please tell me in the comments if he looks like Khabib or not. Doesn't
No,
he look like
no,
a Temu
no.
version of Khabib?
No,
Yes.
No, no.
Yes.
Please, no. No, please, no, no.
Yes. Anyway.
And another funny, beside the hero gasm,
Yeah.
another one of my favorite episodes in the season 4
Yeah.
was the episode with the animals.
Yeah.
It's a thing that in season 4 you, besides the drama, the tragedy, the unpredictability,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen too much as happened in the last 3 seasons.
In the
It's
first three.
In the first 3 seasons. The problem is you don't have unpredictability, you just have pure politics.
Yeah.
From the first moment you can see a political figure, only you just need to write down in the forehead of Homelander who he is.
Yeah.
When he says in the Make America Strong Again, you can see it right there. When you see Starlight supporters, you can see
It's beating you over the head with a
It's
hammer about the
beating-
message. And listen, anybody can have any political views that they want to hold.
It's fine.
Everybody is going to somehow represent his or her own political views in the piece of art that they're producing. That is absolutely fine. Just don't make it the focal point of it. Don't make it so unbearable to the point where you're using buzzwords word for word and basically all, because even though you just want to tell people, hey, this is my message, because some dumb fucks think that Homelander is the good guy, or because somebody didn't understand that you don't hold the exact political views as them. For example, I knew from the first season that Eric Kripke is who's the showrunner and the head of the script writing room. He is left-leaning. I knew that. I didn't mind it in
And
the
it's
first
not a
three
problem.
seasons. It
It's
wasn't.
not a
Yes,
problem.
it wasn't a problem for me in the first three seasons. The fourth season was just bad.
Yeah, and it was. I think it may be the thing that the politic situation in America at that period of time needed some shaking.
By the
And,
fourth season or
In the
first?
fourth season,
Yeah.
the actual politic situation in America needed some shaking, and he wanted to express his views. Maybe he got too much emotional or too much political in his own head, and he thought it would be very good to show that during the running of the fourth season.
Yeah.
But for
But
a true fan,
it overtook the artistic value from it.
it took the artistic value, and for a fan it's offensive for you to make the political aspect the main theme
It's
over
not
and
that
over and
it's-
over.
You're treating your audience like
it's-
dumb fucks.
Yeah, but it's disrespect to the
Yeah,
fans.
it is disrespect.
And
to-
your plan along the way is to renew the contract and make 3 more seasons. And what can you expect when the fourth season, which you have a lot of things to talk about,
Yeah.
you just make it political and taking a lot of
It
portrayals?
became that
What's
yeah
the
the
point?
political side, it was overbearing, it was cringe, but also a lot of plot points that were just there to fill time, like the story about Frenchie and the gay guy that he was dating. One, it painted Frenchie in a horrible light because he emotionally manipulated another person into sleeping with them, even though he killed that person's family. Two, it's the struggling Frenchie's struggle with the fact whether he's a good man or not. We've already been there before in the previous seasons. Three, we already had a relationship established between Frenchie and Kimiko, so to backtrack that and then reinstate it at the end of the season, this will they, won't they anime type shit, well, it takes forever for two characters to get together. It was boring as shit.
And a lot of things that Frenchie questions his relationship or situation with Kimiko.
Yeah.
It's just like, and nobody, both of them, they don't want to talk about it, and they just skip it and skip it and skip it. It becomes boring.
Yeah.
And focusing too much on someone's sexual or love life at a show like The Boys, which the main themes are superheroes, their superpowers, their struggles, the corporation.
Yeah, it kind of seems
You have a lot of
like
things to talk about.
You
and
need
talk about-
you need to develop characters' philosophy and show a deeper understanding of the characters, and it didn't come through with French or Kimiko. Starlight was super depressed and always in bad mood this season, which I didn't really get why.
And they nerfed her. She couldn't activate her powers.
Yes, but
In the last 2 episodes, she activated. Nerfing.
Yeah, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that Starlight this whole season not only was always depressed, even though other characters have been dealing with worse shit than she has, but also she's also this righteous prick. Then when she finds out that her boyfriend was basically raped by another person who looked like her, she blamed him because he couldn't understand her. And they wrote to Huey to just freeze there, which no, any normal person, even if it was, because it has nothing to do with gender, even if it was a guy getting mad at a woman for she being raped by a guy who was wearing his skin, any other person would have said, "Fuck you! I got raped. I did not know. You can't get mad at me because there is someone who acted exactly like you and looked exactly like you, and you're being a bitch and you're not trying to understand my point of view here." And the way that they resolved that in the end was fucking stupid. They didn't focus on it at all. She didn't even apologize to you for the way she treated him. She was just like, "You're getting tested for superhero HIV or something."
No, and just what do we do right now? We just escape, just run away, and it's again the same. It's the same dynamic as you had with Frenchie and Kineko. We are not even together, but we're not far from each other. It's more situationship kind of.
No, it's Stewie and Starlight. There is an actual relationship established. It's just that the strain on their relationship was very fabricated and made Starlight look very selfish, egotistical, with a stick-up ass, self-righteous, moronic, and bad person overall.
And they made her the main figure of the left group called the Starlighters.
Yeah.
And also another, not disturbing, but another thing is that Huey at that particular time in season 4 had a lot of shit going on. Yes. He just met his mother, which he didn't met for like 10 plus years.
No, ever since he was
he was
8.
8, and Huey is I think 28.
Yeah,
something like
late
that.
20s or
late 20s, but 20 years without seeing his mother, and his father is dying.
Yeah.
He's dying, and he got superpowers.
Yeah.
And the dilemma giving him Compound V or not.
Yeah.
Was a little bit.
But the fact that
stupid, but like a moral question.
No, that's not what bothered me. What bothered me is that he also got sexually harassed.
Yeah, but at the same time he was sexually harassed, but he had a lot of shit going on, and
it was barely addressed. Yeah, and it was barely addressed. It was like a 2 or 3 minute scene. So
he almost killed his father.
Yeah.
He almost had to kill his father because he got powers. He didn't know what shit was going on.
Yeah.
Or what would have gone on, and he just brainwashed his father, or just told him it's okay, nothing, and which you have a lot of things to show. And
a lot of potential,
a lot of
drama,
potential.
a lot of character development for Huey.
He could treat it as a liability to their plan to bring down Homelander, because he can go and kill Huey's father, because he can't. He's emotionally, mentally unstable at that period and ill. Or you can treat it as a potential weapon.
The fact that Huey escapes Homelander from the fucking bands is one of the dumbest fucking scenes ever. Because you're telling me Superman can't catch a normal fucking human.
He can see through walls. He can shoot laser from his eyes, and he can fly fast, walk fast. He can do.
He's basically Superman, and Huey is a normal person. That was one of the dumbest fucking things.
It's impossible. And whoever buys it, it's
even the way that they present it. So basically, Stewie's drop. Stewie's not drop. Sewell's sweat drops on Homelander, and Homelander immediately turns around and shoots lasers. And you're telling me, in the tight ass fucking van, Sewell had the time to react and move faster than Homelander can and get the fuck out of there?
Impossible.
No, impossible.
It's impossible. As well, they did a good thing in making the character of MM.
Yeah.
They took off the stepfather bullshit figure,
Yeah.
Todd, whatever the fuck was he called, and Homelander killed him. As always, Homelander kills whoever
90%
he
of
wants.
the people in that show.
Yeah. And another thing about MM is that the showrunner is giving him the
his
figure.
spotlight.
Yeah, he's giving him the figure of another leader in the boys,
Yeah.
or just like Butcher giving him the lead,
Yeah.
because Butcher is mentally a little
Unstable.
bit mentally unstable. He also gets emotional
Yeah.
in some scenes, and they just forgot the thing that he has to die. He's going to die in 1 year,
Yeah.
and he just do whatever he wants, and the only thing that is giving him the
He's
suppression,
keeping- yeah.
the suppression is Ryan,
Yeah.
which is at the same time well treated
Yeah.
as a character, but at the same time something of even he's treated emotionally or mentally unstable.
Right.
We can't blame Ryan because his father is the strongest man or the strongest being
His
in
father is
the,
fucking Homelander.
in the solar system.
Listen, I don't really have a problem with how Ryan and Butcher were treated in the season as characters. I kind of have a small issue with the fact that everyone is against Butcher within the boys, which doesn't stand
Because
for me.
it's I think the moral compass that they have, and they like more MM as a leader, because he's more agreeable, he listens. With Butcher, he does whatever the fuck he wants, and everybody
Yes, I guess,
will
but
go behind him.
like everybody just treating Butcher like he's the biggest asshole ever when you're dealing against Homelander.
At moments that they should stick together,
Yeah.
because they have a bigger issue to address, which is Homelander and his emotional stage when he just talks to himself
Yes.
and becomes, one moment he says I will destroy Earth, and another moment I want attention,
Yeah.
which is not different from this guy, but I saw him one time talking with the mirror, and the mirror was saying to him some nasty things.
Yeah, sure.
But by the way, the actor is fantastic in that
Oh,
scene.
yeah, Anthony
It's-
Starr.
Anthony Starr is
is
amazing.
absolutely amazing.
Any
with
kind of-
Homelander, yeah, like, but here's the problem with Homelander this season, though. They were just retreading stuff from the previous seasons.
Yeah.
So even though the scenes were really well done, you kind of look at the big picture. It's a retread of what happened in the previous seasons.
And you have a lot of things to address to Homelander, because the fantastic thing in season 3 was Soldier Boy,
Yeah.
his backstory. You didn't know anything about the character beside the statue.
Yes,
And
but
his-
in the last episode there is a post-credit scene that
Yeah.
reveals that Soldier Boy will be returning in season
He
3.
will he will come again.
Yeah.
But the
Season
thing is,
5, sorry.
in season 5, but the Soldier Boy, the portrayal of Captain America, mentally unstable
Yeah.
and just wants to kill his.
He wasn't mentally unstable. He was mostly a jackass. Yes, he was mentally unstable.
in
but
some scenes,
yes, but
he
it was like more like it was triggered by PTSD, not the
Yeah.
mentally unstable like Homelander, for example.
yeah, but still it is mental stability questions, because he does some stuff that it's not necessary. Fighting with Butcher before the hero gasm,
Yeah.
not necessary. Or Huey just doing the disappearing kind of thing when he disappears and he comes naked
Yeah.
in the other place. It's not. It's funny,
Yeah, but
not necessary.
not necessarily.
If you want to fight Homelander
Yeah.
and you want to take it seriously, because Homelander fighting a naked guy and Butcher with the same superpowers.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't like the fact that they killed Victoria Newman. I think that character had way more potential to give. As far as Sister Siege go, I think they butchered her character. Like here you have the smartest person on the planet, right? The strongest person on the planet, the guy with a gun, metaphorical gun, comes to you. You know that that person is incredibly narcissistic and mentally unstable, and if he gets insulted, he might kill you, and he will, and there is nothing anyone can do
And
about
for
it.
the stupidest thing, for the smallest detail, he can kill you.
Yes.
Because he can.
And you write the smartest person in the world to insult the mentally unstable guy with a gun to his face. That's fucking dumb.
Unnecessary.
No, it's not
doesn't make
just
sense.
unnecessary. It's just straight up dumb.
It
If I
doesn't make
come to
sense.
you with a fucking machine gun, okay,
Yeah.
and you might be 100 times smarter than me, I'm like, hey, I need your fucking help. Are you going to insult me if I have a fucking machine gun to your head?
It's just like giving, it's just like giving a baby a machine
just
gun
stupid.
and just.
Yes.
It's not
A
unnecessary.
toddler, a spoiled toddler, a machine gun. He will kill you.
He will kill you without questioning.
Exactly.
And she leaves the group, the guard,
The Seven.
the seven,
Yeah.
and she leaves. She wants to come again, and is the thing questioning doing the right thing or
I
not?
think they
and,
wasted a lot of potential with Sister Sage. They shouldn't have killed Newman. If they wanted to kill one of the bad guys, they should have done so with fucking Deep. The Deep.
Deep.
I don't like the Deep. He has become the biggest, most stale, boring, annoying character in that show.
Annoying, and they think that he is funny.
He's not.
He is not funny. He's creepy in a lot of sense, creepy.
Yeah.
And unnecessary as a character because he can't give any more. He can just be treated as a spy kind of character, which they
I like
tried
what they
it, but
did with A-Train though. I
the
like
redemption arc.
the redemption arc of A-Train. I like that a lot. I didn't like the fact that Homelander cried in the end when he found out that A-Train betrayed him, because like Homelander has always treated A-Train like shit. So
Yeah.
why
And
the fuck?
they weren't even close. In
Yeah.
the sense, he could cry, for example, if the not the Stormbreaker, the Nazi,
It's,
the Storm.
yeah, Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker,
I-
the character. If she would betray Homelander, maybe cry because
he
they
cried when he killed Black Noir, for example,
Yeah.
but that's a different context one, because we know that Black Noir and Homelander were friends, and Black Noir was very loyal. Also, Black Noir withheld very important information to Homelander, which is whose Homelander's dad was. So.
Yeah. They had the conflict, the drama, but with A-Train, he just bullies him, and A-Train can do shit.
Yes.
He can tear him apart in seconds, but the stuff that A-Train now has to deal with some consequences. For example, his brother is in wheelchair right now,
Yeah.
and the black community hasn't forgiven him, or he's not the representative of the black community
Yeah.
as he is being told and brainwashed. That's the stuff that he can't get back.
Oh, he can, but it's going to be very hard. for
It's
him.
going to be very hard,
That's
but
going to be-
A-Train is the lazy superhero.
Yeah, but as I said, they were building a redemption arc,
Yeah, and
and he's halfway through.
and
I
they
hope
can
he-
treat it in the 5th season
Yeah.
if they want to. And the thing is that they even can do that, or he can come back to Homelander, but
He won't come back. I don't think so. The idea is the main characters didn't feel like there was stakes in the fourth season. Like main characters would go through some things and get out of different situations unscathed. Like for example, the one with the animals, Compound V ships, and none of the main characters even got grazed. Huey surviving Homelander for no fucking reason. No, like you need to give me stakes. Even if you don't want to kill any one of the main characters, you need to at least seriously injure them for the show to feel like it has stakes. I know that you wanted to get to the season finale, which in which we see some of the main characters get abducted, get imprisoned, but you should have done it in a better way. Like, don't put so much filler in. And the idea is that, this season was pretty, I'd say below average. Mid.
I have the first thing, the animal stuff.
Yeah.
The animal episode, which you go in a laboratory disguised as a farm or a villa or whatever you want to, and you see that Compound V is being given to animals accidentally or intentionally.
Yeah.
It's not important. We just see that animals are being given Compound V, and it's interesting. Like, we see what Compound V does to humans.
Yeah.
Now you have a look what does to animals.
Yes.
With superpowers they can't use and they can't comprehend. Because even humans can comprehend. In real life, if you see a person shooting lasers, you can't comprehend, or flying, or shooting fire, anything, even being invisible.
Yeah.
It's not
The name of the character that turned invisible was Translucent.
translucent, yes. And it's interesting, and it gives you some stakes. Like, the heroes actually have a big problem. They are isolated in a small space, and they have to come together, because we know that they have problems in the group with Butcher.
This man is in no condition to fuck a sheep.
You have problems with the Butcher, because Butcher has his problems, and all of them are turning against him, necessary or not, but they need to stick together. You have problems with Victoria Newman, you have problems with Friendship, because he's abandoning the group in his mind, because he wants to fuck some random guy, not random, but the guy that he owns him something or something like that. And you have an actual problem, and ships are flying, horses, for example, are being powerful, are angry, something like that, and everybody's in danger, nobody gets harmed, just the assistant of Victoria Newman, which he gets an arm or a leg, or
the leg, and
the leg, yeah.
And he wasn't the assistant of Victoria Newman, he was her husband.
Her husband, but assistant in some. And not necessary.
Fuck him.
But he is the only guy who gets damaged.
Yes,
and injured.
And he didn't even get damaged by the fucking sheep. He got his leg cut off by Butcher.
But these sheep, these animals, they are a big threat, and you don't treat them as threats. They just are a means to an end to past 2 episodes. You have a lot of potential, you have a lot of struggles, and the characters can rise above themselves and give you some fucking show. Or to show themselves. They just dialogues which are not necessary. Starlight needs to get her powers back, but she can't for some reason. And Huey is questioning his health with the Compound V experiments.
Huey didn't even question his health. Like he was fine.
Fine, but he shouldn't be fine.
Yes.
As we saw Butcher,
Yeah,
but
'cause he
Butcher
al-
did it more and more.
Yeah,
and more.
but like Huey did it almost as much as Butcher did. So
Yeah, but I think Butcher is still getting it
no,
in season 4.
no, I don't remember him doing that.
Yeah, and another funny stuff is that they are not experimenting the actual. They just did it in 2 characters. Imagine giving Compound V to MM
Yeah,
in the Animal Farm. It would be like
yeah, but
a
like
good thing, or giving Frenchie.
Yeah, that was temporary.
Temporary V, but that temp V would be very
Very useful.
useful and interesting. How a character can be given some random superpower, even for 24 hours. It's interesting, but they didn't do that. They just randomly, they just escape randomly, goes to trouble randomly.
Yeah,
And-
he could have created.
What's the name of the girl that is the influencer?
Firecracker?
Firecracker. That was an interesting kind of way, giving an influencer with superpowers
Yes.
the time and the usefulness of her, but still Homelander being in a creepy relationship with her,
Yeah, that
not
was
necessary.
something that
Doesn't
like,
make sense.
It's something that was being retreaded, and because of the relationship that Homelander had with the lady.
The Martha's,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
The mom,
Though that woman in season
the
one-
lead, the CEO vote. She was a CEO
No,
vote.
Stan
Edgar was
the CEO. Like,
All the time?
Yes, she was just like a chief of a department or something. I don't remember it
She
exactly.
managed the 7.
Yes, but like, we already saw that. We don't need to see that type of relationship again.
Because Homelander he's destroyed by the Stormbreaker dying.
He already.
He's a little bit destroyed, but giving again the same treatment, like
Yeah, it got very fucking weird. We can stand here all day, honestly, and talk about how many things don't work in season 4 and what works. I like the relationship between Homelander and Ryan. It was done very well.
it was done very well, but sometimes you can see that Ryan is not mentally stable,
Well,
and
no,
and it's a threat.
Yeah, but you can't say he's not mentally stable.
He killed his mother by accident, so he's not fine.
Well, okay, he's not completely fine. Of course, he has issues, but that doesn't automatically make him mentally unstable. But he is a child, and he is being used as a pawn in a game much larger that he can comprehend.
And he's a potential Homelander 2.0.
Yes.
And the boys discussed that. All of them are concerned in season 4 that Ryan may turn like his father. Butcher is not questioning that because he believes in
Yes.
that his mother part
Yeah.
will take
Overtake.
will overtake, and Ryan is questioning like what my mom would say, and that is interesting even if he's a kid.
Yeah.
Because, and the only thing that he recognized the issue that his mom is not anymore, but he recognized a little bit late in the season. He need to recognize a little bit earlier, and maybe it would be interesting him being recruited by the boys.
Yes.
Maybe that would be interesting. Or
We'll have to
Homelander, or Homelander. He met the scientist that caged him and did experiments to him, but he just killed them
Yes.
without getting some answers. And that is done by him, or I don't know,
Man,
man.
I gotta rewatch it again and give a total breakdown of it. Perhaps even open a YouTube channel on my own for that. No,
just finding.
no, but like no. like to actually do episode by episode
Yeah.
of all 4 seasons up until now
Yeah,
about what happened.
yeah,
Because I want to see it on the script writing perspective, directing perspective, technical perspective, acting perspective, different facets,
yeah.
character development, etc., etc. And it has to be an in-depth analysis of what happens.
Your what are your 3 favorite characters in The Boys?
Homelander, Butcher, and Soldier Boy.
Homelander, Butcher, and Soldier Boy.
Yes.
For me are Homelander, Huey, and MM.
Okay.
MM. And they need to show more the family drama of MM. Like they just present 2 minutes of him hanging out with his family, but they need to actually give some issues as they did in the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Like what does his daughter is going has growing
He's growing up, yes.
she's growing up. She's being attached to his stepfather, which M doesn't like. In season 4, they just say where is Todd, and later he's forgotten.
Yeah.
And MM even saying that I will find him and
Yeah.
some
all
bullshit
that
like
is
that,
not
which is
forgotten.
not necessary.
Yeah.
Because you can just show that Homelander killed him and nobody gives a damn. Because
Yeah.
they can do shit.
Yeah.
And that's basically the old stuff. Again, if we dig deeper, we can find more issues. I have a theory that the writers and the showrunner,
Yeah.
all of them, they just experimenting. They just ran out of ideas, maybe. And they're just experimenting, like, if we get this thing political in 1 season, will it be too much obvious?
Yeah.
Or will people like it? It's an experiment. But the fact that season 5 is going to happen, and they say it will be 5, 6, 7, it's saying that the show is
They
going
want
to be cancelled.
Get it to a 7th season?
They said it's potential for 3 more seasons.
I hope they wrap it up by season 5.
They did a spin-off called
Yeah,
Gen V.
Yeah, Gen V.
Gen V, which it's interesting to
I haven't watched
watch
it, you know?
to see what happens outside of the main of the characters in The Boys.
Yeah, but I have to watch it because
I
the
just-
last episode of season 4 of The Boys made very clear that the characters from Generation V are going to be incorporated there some way, somehow.
Yeah, they're incorporated or just mentioned. I don't know. But people are expecting with high joy the season 5
Yeah.
because they're expecting more, of course.
Yeah.
And now that the political situation in America has been
Stabilized?
stabilized, again with issues in another areas in the world, but right now they can get the proper, they can give the proper attention and the proper
Care to the
care to
Yeah.
the show, because it's horrible to repeat the same
Mistakes.
bullshits.
Yeah.
Same bullshit. It's an offense. It's
Yeah.
for me it's shameful.
Yeah.
They still do it.
Yes, I'm excited for season 5 because, Soldier Boy is going to return.
Yeah,
Right.
Maeve will return.
I don't know about that, but Soldier Boy is going to return, and basically Jason Ackles has, along with Eric Kripke, have confirmed that because Jason Ackles before this was in a show called Supernatural, and the other 2 main actors from that show, Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins, are coming to The Boys, which is very fun because I love that cast and I'm a fan of Supernatural as well.
You saw the whole
Yes, 15
whole
fucking seasons.
55
I binged that show in like 2.5 weeks.
respect.
Yes. And I would rewatch it again. Dean is one of my favorite characters of TV. Of course, that
The actor that does the main character in the Supernatural is
yeah,
he
the
plays
character
Soldier
that
Boy.
plays Dean plays Soldier
Yeah,
Boy.
Dean, the same character,
Yes.
the same actor. Sorry,
Also, I
plays-
like Sam and fucking fuck, my brain is not braining right now. I like Sam as well, and I like the character that Misha played, the Angel Castiel.
Yeah,
I like those characters as well, but like Dean is one of my favorite characters. I wish that they could bring back the actor that played the King of Hell there, um, that played Crawley. Was also a very good actor, and I had so much fun watching him. But you gotta watch
I have to watch it because I
Supernatural.
wanted to start it like 2 years ago
Yes.
when I worked in night shifts, but I couldn't because I watched some other stuff. Another fun thing is that even though The Boys, in a some people's perspective, as I think, destroyed MCU.
Yeah.
Because MCU is fucking boring. The script is bullshit. It's fucking shameful.
Yeah.
From that plateau
You're
that
like-
they were, the Boys destroyed it with the characters, with the marketing, with the script,
Well, yes, but also no. It's not just that.
in a lot of ways.
It's not just that. Like, basically, by Endgame, the majority of A-listers in the Marvel universe of the A-list characters were gone. Like, Iron Man was dead.
Captain America
was gone. Fucking Black Widow was
Black
dead.
Widow was dead.
Hulk
They
got shit on. Thor also got shit on.
Thor: Love and Thunder, if you're going to watch it with enthusiasm, don't. The only good thing in that movie, his name is Christian Bale, the villain.
Yeah.
The only good thing in the movie, and fantastic
Christian Bale is the name of
performance.
the actor. The villain is Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah,
And someone is going to like Christian Bale even if he says Goo Goo Gaga because he's a dick rider of Christian Bale.
Yeah, but-
not that it's a bad thing, but
Yeah,
you're dick
but-
riding a lot.
yeah, I'm not dick riding because it's the only good thing in that movie.
Yeah.
For me, Thor 1 and Thor 3 are very good movies. Thor 1 and Thor Ragnarok, Thor 3? Because Thor 2 is
I've
shit.
never been much of a fan of
I am.
Thor movies
I am
because
a fan
one,
of Thor.
one and two are like Thor 1 is a bit repetitive and cliche. Thor 2 is fucking nonsensical.
It's nonsense.
Meanwhile, in Thor 3, they kind of made Thor more of a goofball and doesn't really work for me considering he's 1500 years old. He's 1500 years old.
Yeah, but the thing is that they want to make Thor a little bit
Yeah.
different. Taika was just
yes, I get
was
it. But
experimenting, but Thor 1, for me, the fact that you can strip a god from his powers, and make him a normal human being in the human world. It's a good,
yes,
it's a fantastic idea to play with.
I don't know.
I
how feel
I
about
liked it.
Like one thing that I did not get from Thor, like because one thing I didn't like because okay, the first two movies have their issues, but at least Thor he has his moments when he's being a bit more human, more relatable, and the comedy comes from how different the Asgardian culture is from the human culture.
Yeah, the Nordic culture,
Yeah.
Vikings.
The Asgardian god culture there.
Yeah.
Not talking about the Vikings. And the human culture are different. But with Thor 3, the characters became just normal people with a British accent. And Thor was like a normal person. Yeah, he had the superpowers, but I'm talking about how he is characterized. He's characterized like an everyday human with a British accent, which it does not work for me because he's Thor.
Yeah.
He's fucking Thor.
But I think they, in the Avengers Infinity War, which is for me better than Endgame
Mhm.
in a lot of things. For me, Thor there it's more treated like actual Thor, because he has a lot of drama, a lot
In
of
Infinity War,
in
yes.
Infinity War, yes, and he has a thing, a challenge or a struggle to overtake, going to Nidavellir to
Yeah.
meet a dwarf, which is a
A
giant,
Yeah.
a giant,
Yes.
and he had to create a weapon similar to Mjolnir, and he had to open a star, sorry,
Take the energy of a star.
take the energy of the star, and the fact that he just mastered out of nowhere the Stormbreaker,
Well, like,
and
okay, because there's this misconception, like Stormbreaker and Mjolnir
are from the same material.
Yes, they are from the same material. They are magical weapons, but also they more so allow for, in the Marvel universe at least, to channel his power and control his power instead of giving him his power.
Yeah, and the fact that and the scene that he enters into the battle and his famous line "Bring me Thanos," and he shifted the battle.
Yeah.
For me, it's pure
It's
cinema.
perfect.
For me, it's pure cinema. But after that, in Endgame, Thor is been treated like shit.
Not necessarily. Listen, I don't mind that Thor for the idea because he let go of himself because that man lost a lot.
Basically
should've-
everything.
Yes.
Everything.
They should have treated Fat Thor more seriously. I'll
Yeah.
agree in that because
He's just a goofy guy and fat
yeah.
and depressed at the same time. But
They kept flip-flopping
Yeah.
between goofy and depressed.
he will be in the Doomsday, in Avengers Doomsday, and they said that, as a spoiler, that he will take a leader role because he's one of the oldest Avenger
Yeah.
there, and as well, even for example, the TV shows like She-Hulk. The only good thing in She-Hulk is the appearance of Daredevil. The only good thing. No, believe me, it's the only good thing that happens. No, it's the only good thing there. The other stuff, the Professor Hulk
Let's not talk about shit.
and
Uh,
the Captain America and the Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example.
wait a second. Didn't this podcast start with the intention of talking about the boys?
Yeah, but how they destroyed the MCU.
Yeah.
And you had to mention the TV shows, for example, the
Mixed reactions.
mixed yeah,
Most of them were garbage. Some of them had potential, but got lost along the way.
they lost a lot of credibility in the majority of fans. We're not talking about the CEU because it's even more trash.
The DCU is a train wreck that should have not happened because they didn't have any creative vision. Like, instead of carefully building their own universe, they just try to catch up to Marvel as fast as possible,
And they didn't go well. But a good thing right now, for example, I'm going to be a little bit not biased, is expect from the stuff that happened with the TV shows or the new movies that are bullshit
yeah.
in Marvel. It happened in 2019 that Netflix had 5 TV shows: Daredevil,
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and The Punisher.
Yeah.
They mixed. Beside The Punisher, they had the first 4, and they created a TV show with only one scene called The Defenders, and it gained a lot of popularity. But they had to cancel the TV shows
Yes.
in the middle of the seasons because the Marvel wanted to get it back, because they postponed it for like 4 years, 5 years. Now Daredevil has been renewed. Thank God they didn't reboot.
Yeah.
They kept the same actors, and it's called Daredevil Born Again, which ended the first season ended. For us, it's yesterday.
Yeah.
For the viewers, it may be 4 days,
Yeah.
something like that. And they did good things
Okay.
for the. And they also made an appearance on Polar Earth of the Punisher, which is played by John Bernal. Fantastic. You should watch Punisher, because.
Okay.
And
Should we wrap it up now?
we wrap. And I haven't watched Born Again. I just saw some spoilers, but good. And the second part will be about the Invincible.
Invincible, yes.
Invincible, and the same stuff that we talked about, how Invincible destroyed the MCU, as well as at the same way as The Boys did. And watch us. The second part will come not too long from the first part, but it will be soon. I promise.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
For sticking with us, for hearing us yap here for 45 minutes, an hour now, I don't know.
这时间是录的。
Yeah, almost an hour, so
Almost,
thank you very much for sticking with us. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
See you guys. Goodbye.
This is a man's world.